Here is your long, emotional, 40-minute style YouTube story, written in smooth paragraphs, strong hook, cinematic pacing, and inspiring ending. No headings, just full storytelling. The mop bucket clattered before he could catch it, and every head in the hallway turned. The single dad janitor, Ethan Cole, froze, heat flooding his face as 5 Navy SEALs stared at him with raised brows. He wasn't used to attention. Not anymore. He kept his head down, cleaned floors, and prayed no one ever recognized him. Not after everything that had happened. He just wanted a quiet life for himself and his son, Liam. "Hey, janitor," one of the SEALs called out with a smirk. "What's your rank, old man?" His teammates laughed, nudging each other, treating it like harmless teasing. "Just a joke." Ethan forced a smile and lifted the mop. "My rank, custodian first class," he replied softly. They laughed harder, and Ethan felt the sting he always tried to swallow. He didn't blame them, they didn't know. Nobody knew. And that's how he intended to keep it. If people found out who he used to be, everything peaceful in his shaky world would collapse again. Before the SEAL could joke again, a stern voice echoed through the long Navy Academy hallway. "Make a hole." Everyone stepped aside. 5 4-star generals walked shoulder to shoulder, their uniforms heavy with medals, their presence commanding enough to silence the entire corridor. Students snapped to attention instantly. The SEALs stiffened. Ethan instinctively turned away, gripping the mop handle. He didn't want them to see him. He didn't want anyone from the old world to see him. But one general stopped mid-stride. Then another. And another. Ethan felt a cold shock travel through his limbs. He kept his back turned, praying they weren't stopping for him. Liam needed his father. He didn't want trouble. Not anymore. "Ethan Cole." General Hawthorne's deep voice broke the silence. "Turn around, son." Slowly, painfully, Ethan faced them. Gasps filled the hallway. Because every single 4-star general stepped forward and saluted him. Students choked. SEALs snapped their heads toward him. Even the walls felt stunned into silence. Ethan's heartbeat roared in his ears. "Please," he whispered, shaking his head, "I'm just a janitor now." "No," Hawthorne said, lowering his salute. "You are the man who saved our lives. The man who sacrificed everything." His voice cracked. "The greatest operative the special operations world ever produced. A man these young soldiers should be learning from." Ethan's grip tightened around the mop as memories he worked hard to bury slammed back. Night raids, explosions, screaming radios, the mission that cost him his team and, almost, his son. When Liam fell critically sick years ago, Ethan left the service to be by his side. But by the time his son recovered, Ethan felt done. Empty. A ghost of the warrior he used to be. He never returned. He disappeared. Chose anonymity over glory. Chose being a father over being a legend. For a moment, the hallway stayed silent, filled with a reverence that cut through every breath. Then one of the SEALs, the same one who joked earlier, swallowed hard. I didn't know," the young man murmured. "Sir, I'm sorry." Ethan put a hand on the boy's shoulder. "Don't apologize. You're a soldier. You joke. You learn. And you grow. That's what matters." But the boy's eyes stayed troubled, and Ethan saw a reflection of his younger self, hungry, eager, carrying pressure no one acknowledged. General Hawthorne stepped closer. "Ethan, we need you. The academy needs you. The young ones need someone real. Not polished speeches. Not rehearsed leadership. They need your truth." Ethan's breath trembled. "I don't know if I can teach anymore. I'm not that man." It was then that small footsteps echoed behind them. Liam. His 12-year-old son with a backpack too big for his shoulders, wearing the brightest smile Ethan ever knew. "Dad." Liam ran over. "You forgot my lunch." The entire hallway softened at the sight. Ethan knelt, taking the lunchbox. "Thanks, buddy. You saved me." Liam grinned proudly. "Dad, why are all these generals here?" General Hawthorne knelt too, lowering his towering presence to look Liam in the eyes. "Because your father," Hawthorne said gently, "is a hero legends were written about." Liam blinked. "But, he's just my dad." Hawthorne smiled. "And that's why he's the greatest."